So with Chris Shaw here at the medic tent. So what's the objectives of this facility here?
Well, the medic facilities here on the Occupy Vancouver site are here to provide basic medical services for all the people who are resident here, people who are part of the protests, and we're hoping that we can provide that coverage as long as people stay here in the area.
So I had a comment with respect to people camping overnight, and that if people want to protest, they can protest, but camping is really unacceptable in the city of Vancouver. How would you respond?
Well, when the city of Vancouver deals with the homeless population and deals with the miserable poverty in this part of the world, then we might agree with them. Until then, we're providing the services that the city of Vancouver is not providing. People can come here, and a lot of people are, because there's food, because there's safety from the police, because they can actually get medical services they can't easily get otherwise. So when Gregor Robertson wants to step up to the plate and do his job as mayor, then I'm prepared to relinquish mine and go back to my day job.
So prior to the Olympics, you were quite outspoken with it coming into the city, and so it's been a year and a bit past that, and so some of the things that you had mentioned, have they come to fruition, or is it anything else?
Well, look at the Olympics. We spent $7 billion, or whatever the final tally was. The city of Vancouver alone went in for at least $500 million, if not more, and they can't afford to deal with the problems that we, as ordinary people, are dealing with in their stead. So, where did that money benefit most of the people who live in this part of the city? And the answer is it didn't. And had the money not been spent in the Olympics, I could argue, and I would argue, that maybe better services for a lot of the people in this area in the downtown east side would have occurred. And the simple fact is, because the city is now in deficit, because they're trying to deal with the crap that happened with the Olympic Village and how much money they lost, they're not able to spend the money on adequate services for the population of the city. And ultimately, it's the responsibility of the city of Vancouver to take care of their own people, and they're not doing it.
So what would you say to someone who's not out of Vancouver, maybe they're living outside the city, and they see just this occupation as it stands, and how really is it benefiting them?
Well, it's benefiting them because we are creating an alternative space for voices and voices from outside of Vancouver as well. The questions that they should be asking, and the social and economic and political structures that aren't working for them, that aren't working for us here, aren't working for them either. And maybe they need to raise those issues, and maybe our voices here will help them raise their voices where they are, and so they can start demanding better for wherever they may be living.